guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be finally be able to make this amazing video for you guys. So this video is going to be a continuation of what I previously stated about the commercial building that we started building. I am so excited to share this with you guys. So originally we had started the building and we wanted to only do a store, like a convenience store, and also to sell the rest of the clothing that I had from the previous store that I was disappointed with the way that my family member handled it. But then when we started building the store at the time, when we started building the store, we saw the need that in the whole community that there was no grocery store. There was no really nice convenient area or nice well-to-do area where people could go and get their hair cut. So we decided that we are going to add a little bit more to it, and from adding a little bit more to it, it got bigger and it got bigger, and we ended up adding like 3 level of store. So the first level you guys will see, which will be opening very soon, but I'm going to try to catch up with all of the process that we have went through. First, I want to actually start with, the whole beginning of this venture or this business. When I got disappointed by the way my family member handled my first business, which was like a pop-up shop. When you open your first pop-up shop, you're super excited about everything. You want to see everything grow, you want to see it flourish, you want to grow it. I mean, you just can't wait for all the amazing things. You don't put into perspective that there will be disappointment. I didn't put that into perspective, but later I was disappointed greatly, and it took me a while to get over that situation. Now I can proudly say that I'm okay now. I have passed it. So the land that we have purchased on the road was a land that we purchased, I want to say about maybe 6 to 7 years ago. I want to say 6 years ago. When we purchased the land, nobody was really living around there, so it was a good price. So when we decided that we were going to build on the land, there was, land dispute. Family came in and said that, oh, this land was not purchased from the rightful owner. My brother is not the rightful owner. You have to repurchase the land from me. I mean, it was just a whole lot of hassle, back and forth courts. Later to come and find out that she wasn't even the rightful owner of the land. The person who sold the land to us was actually the rightful owner. So when we finally got that out of the way, we went ahead and did our paperwork like we usually do and started building the building. I don't want to give you too much because I'm a little bit far off within the building aspect, and I want to take it as baby steps with you guys so you can kind of get a view of what is actually going on. And it wouldn't be like, oh, I just literally told you everything that's going to be happening within the whole process. So this video is going to be the beginning, the groundbreaking of the commercial building, the beginning, how everything started, and then we can kind of go up slowly. For those of you who have questions about our house is about 98% completed. We're still doing finishing touches and so on. I can post some clips in here just so you can get a glimpse of how the house look and where it's at as well. And I will make sure I label it that this is the house. And also the guest house is about the same. And we're still working on finishing touches. But like we said, there was a need for this particular commercial building in the community. I always love to compare our life here in the US to how we would want our people to live in Liberia. And this is something that I'm very, very passionate about. In the US, I live in, I want to say, the suburbs. And you don't see, city where people are walking around, people are grilling stuff on the road, or where you see a lot of people, like when you go downtown. You barely even see people walking on the street. So in the suburbs, we have places like Walmart, we have Kroger, we have Publix, and it makes life a little bit more easier. We don't have to drive all the way to the city every day to be able to go and get food to come and cook, or to be able to get basic necessity. We just go to our nearby Walmart. They call it the neighborhood Walmart. And I feel like when we are deciding to invest in things like this, we need to take that into consideration as well, because our people deserve the very best. Like we have here in the US. You don't want to just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to do like a table market, because there's a need for something bigger. Um, just a little input that, basically have not much to do with this building aspect, but just like a motivation for us as Liberians. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw this really heartbreaking photo of a young woman. I think she went to give birth and there was a C-section performed on her, and she did not fully recover after giving birth, which is all given. Like, I'm just imagining, guys. I get so emotional about this when I even think about it. Giving birth is already so traumatic. And having to give birth and not really know if you're going to come out of it okay, or if something's going to be wrong with your baby. In Liberia, well, for not for the people who have money, but for most of the Liberian, the majority of Liberian, who don't have, that huge amount of money to go to the best hospitals and get the best doctors. And I was just thinking, we need to start thinking about the bigger picture and start investing in our healthcare system. This is something so passionate. I'm so passionate about this, guys. In America, there are so many urgent cares. You guys live here and you see the urgent care. I mean, in your neighbor, you literally can drive 2 to 3 miles and see your urgent care. There are ambulance stations all over. And most of those urgent cares, guys, they're not built by the city. They're not built by the government. Most of those urgent cares are built by business people, like regular citizens who had a dream of owning a urgent care, built them and employ nurses and doctors. And my heart goes out to you guys in Liberia, guys, because just seeing that young woman laying on that bed and not knowing, what's going to happen to her, her whole future is at stake, and what's going to happen to her baby, it's like you're lost of hope. And in the US here, guys, especially in our Liberian community, we have so many nurses, we have so many doctors, we have so many nurse practitioners, we have so many psychiatrists, we have everything that we need to bring our people up to at least a better standard where somebody can go into giving birth and not have to worry that they're going to come out not the same, or have to worry about their life being taken when they give birth. This is something that I'm so passionate about, guys, and I am still trying to put into my mind, like, what can we actually do as Liberians, or what can I do in my, in my own way and in my thinking that can better our country, because our people need us. Our people actually need us. The nurses, the doctors, like I said previously, our people need us, and we have to do better. We have to do better. It's actually embarrassing to walk in a hospital and see Liberian doctors, Liberian nurses, Liberian nurse practitioners, and physical therapists, seeing people who having stroke and not having the proper physical therapy because they're calling people to do it at home, be the backyard kind of thing. Our people, we deserve more, guys. I know this video was not about this, but this is so heavy on my heart, and I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always thinking, I'm always trying to find the next venture, and I'm praying that God can actually help not just me, but each and every one of us out there who will want to develop the country in any kind of way, that we will be able to come up with something great. You don't have to do it alone. You know, building a hospital, owning the urgent care, building the urgent care is not something that I feel like you should have to do it alone, because no matter what, you're still gonna need people. You know, you're still gonna need investors. In America, when people are opening facilities, they have investors, you know. We're still going to need each other. So for those people who already have, you know, their plan to go and open an urgent care in neighborhoods that they grew up in or something like that, or hospitals, I pray that God continue to give you guys your heart desires, that you will be able to bring your dream to reality, because our people really need us, especially in the healthcare department. Um, a young woman shouldn't have to worry about going to give birth and not coming out the same. You know, there's so many wrong things that goes on already when it comes to giving birth. You know, I have 3 children. Um, I can I can speak for myself being pregnant and having to go through the things that we go through as women. It is traumatic. Sometimes you come out of there, you need like a whole 360 to get your brain, your mind, your body even behaving right, and just having to think about how many other women that goes through that was not able to go viral or get on the internet, that we all will be able to see, that is so sad. And even during pregnancy in Liberia, when young girls are pregnant, some people don't even have the means, the money, or the health care to go to a regular doctor's appointment. I mean, this is so sad, guys. This is so sad. When we're pregnant here, we go to see the doctor. Um, the visits that we go to see our OBGYN increases as we go further along in our pregnancy. You know, just imagine a young woman just being pregnant and um, not getting that care that she needs is sad, because being pregnant and having children, guys, is like the future. If we're not having children and raising children for the next generation, then the country wouldn't go anywhere, because the old people will come and leave. We will get old. The next generation will get old. And I feel like when it comes to women and children, that's like a very, very dedicated subject that we need to actually pay attention to as Liberians. And I'm crying out to the Liberians that are actually here in America in the healthcare field to come together and do something for our people, because this is a need. This is beyond a need. You know, this is beyond. There are so many people that goes into the hospital and don't come out of there. In the great America, there are people who goes into giving birth that don't survive, but usually they have underlying issues. Something that wasn't detected early on into the pregnancy. But for the most part, most women that give birth in hospitals usually walk out of there within 2 to 3 days. And this young lady is literally crying out for her life. This is so sad, guys. You know, once more, I'm excited about this new journey, and I'm sorry I had to put all of this on you guys, but it wasn't planned to be a part of this video. But I think God wanted this conversation to be a part of this video, because this is also about development in Liberia, in our country, our beautiful home. Once more, I'm so excited to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel, for, you know, supporting me and being patient. Again, when you're building an empire, it is one of the most difficult things, because you have to have those resources. And in order to have the resources, you have to work. And your girl have so many other things that she's doing. I can't go into depth with all of it that I'm doing right now, but I'm gonna keep trying to encourage you and share my journey with you guys. And I hope you enjoy the video and have a blessed day, and keep praying for each other, because we need each other. Thanks.